You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rudrance for our Black and White Sports. We're going to talk about Gabe Kapler and Steve Kerr. By the way, both of them have gone ultra woke. Now, Steve Kerr's been woke forever. But Gabe Kapler is a woke in progress for about the last 18 to 20 months, maybe. And, of course, recently he went further off the deep end, saying he didn't like the direction of the country. And so he was going to not come out for the national anthem. This is after having kneeled for it in the past. By the way, we created this shirt about 18 to 20 months ago that says "Stand Up 1776." And it was a message directly to the athletes to stand up and respect the country during the national anthem. Plain and simple. By the way, happy Memorial Day, although it can and should be a somber day. This is a day of remembrance, day of family. It is not about hamburgers and hot dogs, although I'm not against you enjoying those, okay? I might have one myself, but you get the point. So our thoughts and prayers are with all the veterans today that have come and gone, that are still active, that are not active. Respect your military. They are the reason you can sit on your couch, watch a video on YouTube. Plain and simple. Let's just be real. And let's get to Steve Kerr, because he's a total and complete Kerr. Outkick. Steve Kerr supports Gabe Kapler's decision to protest the national anthem because, of course, he did. Yeah, of course he has. Devoted gun control spokesman and occasional professional basketball coach Steve Kerr has spoken out to support fellow Bay Area coach Gabe Kapler, who has decided not to participate in pregame national anthem ceremonies until he feels, quote, better about the direction of our country. Gabe Kapler, why don't you try Russia or China on for size? Maybe Venezuela? That might be a good place for you. Just saying, Steve, you can take Steve Kerr with you. That'd be just fine with us. Kapler, who manages the San Francisco Giants, also released a message on his personal website, caplifestyle.com, which reads in part, okay, let me just throw this out there. So in other words, there's a grift involved here too, just like Colin Kaepernick. Wow. These wokesters have a real con man quality to them. They really do. I mean, like shady, sinister used car salesman, ambulance chasing lawyer kind of shit. Wow. Quote, when I was the same age as the children in Uvalde, my father taught me to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance when I believed my country was representing its people well, or to protest and stay seated when it wasn't. I don't believe it is representing us well right now. When you were growing up, your father taught you to protest and stay seated during the Pledge of Allegiance? Really? I'm going to be real with you, Gabe Kapler. I think you're lying. I think that's bullshit. Okay, that's my opinion. But somehow I just don't buy that. That seems like a convenient statement. As you were growing up, you're my age. I just don't think that happened. Kapler knelt during the national anthem in 2020 in wake of the death of George Floyd, and just a couple of months ago called the term mother effer racist. How did I miss that? So he has a history of weighing in on highly charged issues. He says he's not going to kneel, though. He's just not going to come out for the national anthem at all. And Steve Kerr is standing by his side. Quote, I always support any form of protest. That's what our country is founded on. Kerr said Sunday, I think it's great that he is making his own statement. Of course you do. I think it's important for everybody to express their frustration, their disgust, their anger, in any way that they deem fitting. I support everybody's right to demand better from our country. It was obvious as soon as Kapler made the decision to opt out of the national anthem that he was doing so just to keep pace with Kerr's own gun control activism. With the horrific shooting in Uvalde and his father's death at the hands of Islamic extremists as a backdrop, Kerr announced last week that he had partnered with noted anti-2A lobbying group Brady Campaign and sought donations on the group's behalf. So now we have two professional coaches in ultra-woke San Francisco crossing their swords. It may not be all they're crossing their swords over who can advocate the hardest against people's right to bear arms. Can't wait until the Chase Center announcer and Jumbotron get in on this one as well. Oh, yeah, I'd be shocked if the Golden State Warriors hadn't put something up on the screen. And, of course, the Giants as well, making a blatant partisan political statement. Nobody is disputing what happened in Uvalde is not a tragedy. It's horrific. I mean, that takes a different level of evil to go in and do what was done. But like I heard yesterday from an expert, they have been trying to study this kind of thing since the 80s because it definitely is something mental, but it's even deeper than any just regular mental issues in general. It's something much more sinister, and it has nothing to do with guns at all. Nothing. That clown, that devil would have gotten those gats one way or another. Like he's going to give a shit whether they're legal or not. Let's just get that out of the way. There. Done with that. Gabe Kapler, Steve Kerr. I mean, let's not go out and stick to sports and stick to coaching. Let's go out there and make these blatant partisan statements. I will continue to say, look, if you want to go to these socialist countries, these communist countries, feel free to get up, stand up, get up, board a plane, and we'll holler at you. You can get right on out of here. Because this is my issue with Kaepernick, my issue with Kapler, my issue with Kerr. When it comes to the national anthem, I don't care what you say and what you do. The moment you decide to kneel and or not respect or come out for the national anthem, you disrespect our military. I don't see it any other way, and your message is lost on me because as a person, I don't give a shit what you think or what you have to say if I know you disrespect the people that we honor on a day just like today. I understand they fought, died, served for your right to do it, but I don't think you should do it, and just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. That's why so many people were out on Kaepernick to begin with, or out on Steve Kerr to begin with, out on Gabe Kapler to begin with. I mean, again, your father taught you to sit as form of protest for the Pledge of Allegiance if you didn't agree with something in the country. And you're my age, mid-40s. I find that hard to believe since nobody had ever done that. I just don't buy it, okay? But we find out Kapler's got this Cap Lifestyle website. Oh, okay. The grift is strong, just like Colin Kaepernick. NFL slavery works out with the Raiders. I mean, you know, here we go. Another way, somehow, some way, and I guarantee you, Steve Kerr's got some kind of a monetary connection going on here with his Brady campaign and anti-gun campaign. How are you people raised? Wow. All right. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Steve Kerr doing Steve Kerr things. I used to be a big Gabe Kapler fan back in the day. I did. I've seen him play in person several times. He was with the Texas Rangers. You know, he was big into bodybuilding back when I was big into bodybuilding. And, boy, he has just fell right off the rails. Went right off the rails. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.